We have a mega box. Look at the size of this thing. It's from Mattel. So let's get it open and see what they've sent. Keep on collecting. Okay, this is where I live. It's been raining all week long. In actual fact, I think in New South Wales, we've just been getting this rain. It sort of starts, it stops, it gets heavy, it's light, but it's just continuous. And it's a little bit dreary, to be honest. So at the end of the week, it was really good to get a box from Mattel. Really perked me up. And even Leanne gets super excited about these boxes from Mattel now. So she's always first in there going, what is it? What is it? So let's move on from this dreary weather and get into something that makes you happy, I hope, and puts a smile on the dial. See you on the other side. Well, here we go. Hello, says Mattel. It looks like we're going to get a couple of new figures. We're going to get, here we are, Masters of the Universe collab with Transformers. Beautiful, both of them. All right, let's open this up. So we've got this box, that, and we've got that, and a lot of action figures to open. All right, let's check out the other box. So we'll do the Transformers ones last. All right. So it looks like here we have, I think this is now wave 2025. And that's Frosta from the cartoon collection. There you go, look at that. On the back, the other ones from the wave, which was Buzz Off, an invisible Skeletor. But this is from the Princess of Power line as seen on Black Snow. There's She-Ra taking on some like snow dire wolves or something. There you go, there's a whole pack of them. Frosta's helping out. So I have not watched that episode. So this will be cool. Let's open this up. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you, Mattel, for sending this to us to review. I love this figure. This is great. That's Frosta with her ice blast. Look at that. That is excellent. Great figure. So it's just done in the origin style. So we could pull parts off her if we wanted to and create a new figure. That's just a plastic cape. Yeah, I like that. We'll put that over there. Frosta. I was actually going to pick that one up in shop, but so be it. We get a comic with that, and that's called Vengeance. It's still under He-Man and Master of the Universe, even though it's She-Ra. And we're happy to say it does have writing in it, so that is excellent. Don't tell me, actually. Let me just, we've got Mantisaur here. Mantisaur with Horde. That looks like Demo Man or Demi Man. Had a figure of him. There's Bo, and there's Frost. There's Bo and Frosta over here on the side. They're not very long comics. Like maybe 8 pages, if that. Well, there you go. At least Frosta got into the comic. One panel. There you go. All right, this one I can see on here. Battle Cat Man. It's upside down, but Battle Cat Man. I mean, this is. All right, look at that. Battle Cat Man. How cool is he? I mean, if you're going to do a crossover with Thundercats, that's just excellent. Whoever thought of this idea, kudos to you. Look at that. That actually, you can't tell, but that is actually raised, that writing there. Yeah, you can't really tell. But look at that artwork. Now it's the Blue Rocks. That's excellent. Just more amazing artwork on the back with Battle Cat Man and fighting Beast Man. That's excellent. There we go. There's the other ones. This is wave 1. Mattel also sent us Lino as well. Okay, so that's one. I'll put him over here for the time being. Number 2 looks like these are part of the latest wave. So we've got Whiplash. How about that? It's excellent. Celebrating Shira's 40th. Oh, that's cool. And that's as seen. Well, it's not as seen in any episode now. Just a picture of Whiplash. There's Bow, Shadow Weaver, and Whiplash. Might come with a little gun though. Check that out. And finally, Shadow Weaver. Oh, how awesome is this? With a couple of cool accessories. I've got the reaction one, or the Super 7 one, which was done, must be around 2015. So yeah, these are still part of the cartoon collection. There you go. Got a book, magic book. Man, we're getting some cool horde, aren't we? All right, let's open these ones up and show you these. All right, here is Shadow Weaver with her book. Let's have a look at the book. That's pretty cool, actually, that book. Look at it. There it is. Just open to this page. It fits into her hand there. And then she has this scepter as well. There's nothing up there. Like, it's just hollow. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Just a hollowed out figure. So, yeah, I feel that might be a bit cheaply made. And she's got like it's not really not very bendable, her cape, but that's the way it is. And you just got her sleeves there. A little bit of articulation, not very much actually in her wrists. Yeah, a bit stiff, but that's okay. There you go, I guess she just floats along. She can stand there next to Frosta. Her book is called Final Fright. So it's got Whiplash, Shadow Weaver, Bow on there on the front. It's got Catra. It's got, look, I reckon, that's in Everything to Mantisaur. So I'm wondering if that's going to make an appearance this year. That looks like Spaceship Eternia, that one. It looks like the Fright Zone monster over here. Yep. And Skeletor again. And He-Man, of course. There we go. At least it got words in it as well. Beautiful. All right, next one we'll open is Whiplash. Okay, so for Whiplash, he has, there he is, that's his back there, and we get the tail, and it just, you can see that in there. It clips in up there, like that. Oh my God, normally, like that. There you go, he's in. All right, let's get him his gun. So he comes with his gun there, which goes in his hand. I do have to say that Whiplash does look a lot like his cartoon counterpart. Just a big round face. His gun can barely fit in his hand. I mean, it gets in there, but anyway. There's his feet, his claws, his tail. Unlike the Origins one, it's not very flexible. So it's not really knocking a lot of action figures out. Doesn't have that action feature, I guess. So I'll stand him up over here. Oh, goodness gracious, I hope he stands up over there. There you go. His tail is going to help balance him. Once again, he also comes with the Final Fright comic. And finally, we have this one. Battle Cat Man. Let's open him up. This one I'm excited for especially. And here he is. Look at him. Absolutely majestic. Look at that. That is a great sculpt. Can I take his hat off? Yes. Look at that. Oh, I love this figure. Oh my God. Why didn't they think of this earlier? This is crazy good. There's some holders on his armor there. Oh my God. Yeah, I am really happy with this figure. his claws. Now, apart from that helmet that I just took off him, he does come with 2 more claws, similar to this, that would go onto his hands. So let's put them on. And there you have his claws. So the left one's not on great, but the right one clipped on really well. There you go. That's what it's like. And of course, his helmet doesn't come with any weapons, just these amazing claws. That's all he probably needs. Look at him, like he's probably about Whiplash's size, I guess. That's excellent. I'm loving the card as well. Look at that card art. Look at the rocks, the blue rocks popping off there. Wow, this is a great little line. I do like this collab. I'm not a massive collab guy, but anyway. And here's the comic, MOTU X Thundercats, 3rd Eternia, which I guess goes further into, well, that's the one we would have got with Lino. So thank God it's got words. So it's the comic that goes with Battle Cat. I'm going to have to go and do some comparisons with these as well, aren't I? All right, let's put him back here. Oh, far out, he's excellent. All right, it's comparison time. This one is the Super 7 Shadow Weaver. This one is the Mattel one. A little bit different shade of red, purple, maroon. Like this is a bit darker to this one. The Horde symbol is just stands out a little bit more. Now this one also. What? Oh, well, that's a good, actually. I'm glad she's laying down because you can see the hollow spot under there. This one came with a stand, and look under there. It's got a cover on it. Now, also, this one comes with the scepter, no balk, but some kind of spring action too. Look at that. And soft goods for the cape. Well, look. And I'm going to be honest here, and I'm hoping that Mattel don't watch this, but dear. Anyway, so that's the way that one goes. Andrew can have this one. All right, so we'll put Shadow Weaver aside. I'm sorry, but that's my honest opinion in that one. All right, and then we have Whiplash. Now, Whiplash is from the Cartoon Collection, and this Whiplash is Origins. So, of course, Origins is more in line with the Vintage line. So, obviously, he has... Well, actually, the Vintage one wasn't... He had a bit of a stiff tail. Like, oh, man, I should have brought out the Vintage one. His tail was there, and it could, like, easily knock people around. But this is pretty cool. Like, this is exactly the way it was. I'll keep going off camera. Anyway, this is pretty much the way it was in the Vintage line, except just I think the rubber was a bit more pliable and flexible, so you could knock over another action figure. It just felt a little bit easier. And this one is, well, it's in line obviously with the Cartoon Collection. Now, yeah, his feet are a little bit small for such a bulky fella, but anyway, and he's got this hard tail that, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm preferring the Origins. There you go. It's different shades of green, of course. But that's, as I said, just due to the fact that one's Origins and one's Cartoon Collection. Anyway, so that was that one. I wanted to bring... We got in Battle Cat Man. And so here is the one that a couple of videos ago we were given a Lino to look at. So this is Lino. There he is, and this is Battle Cat Man. So I guess he stands, oh, they're about the same height, aren't they? Yeah, same height. Which, look, I love this. I'm loving Battle Cat Man. I have got no qualms with Battle Cat Man. I'm being a little bit nitpicky in saying that this is the original Battle, well, not the original, but this is the Origins Battle Cat. And he is freaking huge compared to, we've got a little Battle Cat Man here. Whoopsie. they all like to have a little bit of a sleep on the job, don't they? But I feel maybe he could have stood a little bit more. I guess he would have. The thing is, so I'm not sure because it's a collab or for whatever reason, but he was a little bit more than the Origins figures. I don't know why. Is it because it was a collab? Maybe someone can let me know. And I guess if you're paying $3 or $4 more for a figure, then if you want to make him more bulky, like more in line with, I guess, this Origins Battle Cat, so he's going to stand like a, you know, a little bit taller than Lino, because he's a made-up character. He wasn't in Thundercats, obviously. I guess you're going to be paying even more. So, you know, where does it all end? So I guess don't get me wrong, I am super happy with Battle Cat Man. I think, look, I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that he is probably one of the better figures that I have got for 2025. That is star quality there. Look at that. Kudos to you, Mattel. Kudos to whoever designed this toy. It is brilliant. Yeah. Oh, this would blow me away. If he had jaw articulation and that mouth, that jaw moved up and down, holy hell. Yeah, that head sculpt, it's blown me away. Absolutely blown me away. All right, let's get into the main dish. And here they are on the table. Look at these guys. Masters of the Universe cross with, well, Transformers. I mean, number one is, this is great that, you know, two big toy companies have joined forces, Mattel and Hasbro. How do you guys feel about collabs at the moment? Like, are you guys into these collabs? Like, we've had the Turtles of Grayskull. We've then got cross with Thundercats, and very closely behind is now, like, this was revealed at San Diego Comic-Con in July. And I think this is the main reason why Mattel have sent these, like, for us to have a look at. So let's have a look firstly at, oh, gee. So, you know, we're going to go with Bumblebee Armor. I'm not sure which one I like most, but let's go with Bumblebee first. So once again, let's have a look firstly at the packaging. So we do have a Man-at-Arms figure up here, and we look like we've now, instead of the blue rocks that we're seeing in Thundercats, we're seeing these red rendered computerized blocks, I guess very Transformerish. We've got Castle Grayskull over here. It looks really cool. I like it. And then this side we've got Bumblebee smiling, and I think on the other side is Man-at-Arms. So that's these guys are getting combined, and here we have, well, this is him. Man-at-Arms discovered, well, it's a little story up here. Here we go. Man-at-Arms discovered that the Bumblebee armor is intuitive with the needs of its owner. No matter the attack, the Bumblebee armor gave Duncan everything he required to protect those in need at any given moment. So I'm not really sure what the story is between the Transformers and MOTU. I think it's a bit of an alternative universe again, and I think the Transformers have crashed instead on Eternia and instead of Earth, and this is what's happened. The masters of the universe have found, like, the Transformers, and I guess they didn't survive. I guess, and this is they've grabbed the armor and incorporated into into their own tech, and this is what we've got. I'm just guessing. Oh, straight off the bat, look at this. On one of the flaps here, we have Bumblebee Armor Man-at-Arms. Look at that. So he's got his own little tech spec here. That's cool. And it just basically says what it's on the back of the pack there, but he's got a strength, speed, endurance, etc. Looks like courage. It's right up there. That's excellent. Yeah, good callback to the original ones. I love actually, this is a bit of a callback to, I think, the original Transformers as well, like that open window box there. I know we do get that on the Masters universe, and I think that's really cool. Like, it's trying to, oh man, I love like the embossed heading up here. I get very sidetracked with everything on the so yeah, you might be able to see that in the light. See how that's shining up there, the Transformers part? That's excellent. All right, let's get into the figure. I'm knocking over Frosta over there. So we've got a comic that looks cool by the Energon of Grayskull. Right? Oh, we've got words. I love it. There you go. So yeah, there's Optimus Prime. They're escaping. Yeah, it looks like, there they go. This is what I've seen. They crash land on Eternia, and yeah, they're found by the Masters of the Universe. Yeah, so you can see Bumblebee and yeah, Duncan. My name is Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. Yeah, that's cool. This is how they incorporate it. Okay, well there's Megatron Armor Skeletor. He's already found that. We've got He-Man. Oh look, there's that'll be He-Man Optimus. That's wonderful. And okay, so we're also going to get Scareglow crossed with Starscream. So that looks like a wave 2 with those two figures. There you go. What do you feel about that? All right, here he is. He's got his shield with a very cool emblem on it, and his donga, and we put the face part on, but it's not great. Like you can see there, it's supposed to clip in here. There's got a little clip over here and over here, but as you can see, it's not clipping in great. I guess that's the best I can do, but it is lifting a bit. Anyway, that's pretty cool, like that. Now, he also came with 2 other accessories, which is this very cool, like almost see-through sword here. It's like some kind of glass sword or something, and just a pistol as well. I was trying to find that sword in here. The closest I can come is to that, but it's not really that sword that Optimus's He-Man is holding. So I'm not really sure what this sword is. But he's a weapons master. So let's see. Nothing on the back either. So yeah, nothing really here. Yeah, I mean you could probably just push it through there and hold his sword like that. Then you've got the gun, but I don't know where you put that. So anyway, he's got more weapons than he knows what to do with, our Bumblebee Armor Man-at-Arms. And of course, there has sort of said, oh, wouldn't it have been better to have Brawn, because Brawn was already yellow and green, and you know, so is Man-at-Arms. So you know, I'll just chuck pictures on there on the screen. But yeah, look, I guess so. But Bumblebee was also Optimus's right-hand man, as to Man-at-Arms with He-Man. So, you know, I guess there's an argument for both. Bumblebee's a very popular character, so I think that's why they've chosen Bumblebee over Brawn. All right, we'll put him over here as well. There we go. And now let's bring in Megatron Armor Skeletor. He's like, the box for him is beautiful. Whoever loves purple will love this box. So he, on the other hand, has got Snake Mountain over here, like a computer generated way, and with purple rocks flying around, and of course that classic Decepticon logo and the colors of the Transformers. I mean, this is fantastic. And oh my god, look at this. He gets his arm cannon with his staff, his Havoc staff. No way. If that's in there, that'll be amazing. Yep, I love that. So we've got obviously Skeletor on this side, smiling evilly away, and then we've got Megatron with his permanent pout. He's a grumpy old thing. All right, and then this is what they're going to mash into. Once again, that artwork, look at that. That's amazing. Yeah, you're going to get it. Look at that. You're going to get it. That's fantastic. Just standing on the cliff there. edge of the planet. Look at that. The artwork is just second to none. I mean, they have won awards for their Masterverse artwork on their packages. So, look, these guys, this mustn't be too far away either. All right, let's open up Megatron Armor Skeletor. Oh, and like the Man-at-Arms figure here, we have Megatron Armor. And there we go. Infused with the strength and raw power of Megatron, leader of the Decepticons, the new armor donned by Skeletor is unyielding enough to harness both the power of Grayskull and all the energon in the universe. Wow. So that's cool. So his power is a 10. Damn. There you go. That can be the background. Looks like one of my thumbnails for keep on collecting live stream, doesn't it? It looks excellent. Oh, so we're going to get the same comic. So I'll put it over there. Here he is. Megatron Armor Skeletor. Look at that. Yeah, look at his face. Yeah, he's not happy. He's got the grumpy look. Excellent logo. Smack bang in the middle of the chest plate armor there. We've got like his purple shoulder pads are now like very squarish. Got the arm around his wrists. Back. That's his feet. So he's got like silver boots now. Yeah, silver metal boots on his feet. Some armor. That's cool. This is oh wow. It goes up. Wonder why. So he can pull his arms off, I guess. That's excellent. Okay. This is his gun. So this is the arm gun. Here we are. Look at that. Havoc staff with Megatron's cannon. So I think this pulls out like so and gets put into this end like that to make up that big long arm cannon. Let's put on him. There you go. So he just holds that in there. There it is. Look at that. Man, that is huge. Let's put him here. Oh gee, that weighs a ton, and he's just going to fall forwards. So he's gonna fall over. There you go. Sit, stay. He comes with this very skinny little sword. I guess is that supposed to be? It's like the ram's head on it. That's cool. One weapon, and then he's tumbling down. It's probably better like this, and then you can put it on his arm like so, I guess, like that. That's probably an easier way. Oh, he's still quite heavy. Gee, not easy, Skeletor, is it? Oh, there you go, beautiful. I can feel him balanced. And then, of course, you've got this one. So it's a bit of a floppy one, so you could just smack people around with it. So you'd hold that. And that is cool because it's got a ram's head as well. Look at that. It's trying to focus on. There you go. They can't get too close. Does it close? No. It's flexible, but it's not. Doesn't have any joints in it, so yeah, it's just quite a flexible plastic. Let's give him that as well. There we go. Oh. Actually, see, there's a hole there. Is that there? And there's a hole in the back of his arm here. I wonder if he would hold that. Yes, look at that. So he can hold that. He's got his whip and he's got his arm cannon. Sit. All right, let's get Duncan out here as well. He stands a lot easier. All right, so here we are. Coming towards the end of the video, and we have these two amazing who is thinking of these collabs? They're pretty cool. Like, look, I'm not a big fan of collabs, and if I seen them in retail, would I get them? Probably not. I love the fact, thank you very much though to Mattel for sending us these figures to review. I think well, and the other ones, but I think it was supposed to be mainly these ones. These are the new and up and coming like waves. I think the other ones probably just hitting shelves now. All right, so these These were announced in July, San Diego Comic-Con. They actually are up for pre-sale on Mattel Creations now for $33 US or 50 Australian. They are going to ship, I think, early October. I think around the 3rd of October. I think these guys are due to ship. So get your order in. See if you're interested. Get on there. I think they're also in America. They're going to be a Target exclusive. So Target in America is different to Target in Australia, run by different people. So you may get to see them at a Kmart, but more than likely you're gonna have to pick them up online. Being in Australia, maybe also Pop Culture might sell them as well. So yeah, just keep your eye out on those stores in Australia for these guys. Let me know in the comments if these are something that you're interested in. I guess the feedback is, why don't they transform? The comic itself shows why they don't transform. It's like the characters, the Masters of the Universe characters, have found the armor and put it on. So that's why they don't transform. It would be super cool if they do get some Masters of the Universe vehicles and transform them. How amazing would that be? A Wind Raider or a Roton, or something like that will transform from a robot back into the vehicle, back into the Wind Raider, back into the Roton. That would be pretty excellent. So obviously there is probably more of these coming, as we've seen in the mini comics. So as I said, yeah, let me know in the comments whether this is something that you're gonna aim and try and get. Good luck if you do. It's not for everybody, I understand, but I'll tell you what, Battle Cat, holy crap, that knocked me out. That is the find of the year. That one. Take the front and center. This figure rocks. That is a banger. I mean, these are all pretty cool, but that one, that's a banger. I love it. All right. And anyway, so take it easy out there. Get into your toy rooms. Enjoy this amazing hobby that we have created for ourselves. Look after yourselves and your families. And remember, as Andrew and I say, keep on collecting your Masters of the Universe. We'll see you next time. Bye.